Deepwater soloing is in many ways the purest form of climbing. With water as your only form of protection, routes can be from only a couple of meters up to 20 meters plus. Falling from that high can definitely hurt. And other potential dangers like cold water, high waves, and or jellyfish makes deepwater soloing one of the scariest forms of climbing. Which is perhaps why it's also less popular. I've done a few routes above the water on this channel, but nothing as hard as I'm about to attempt in this video. So I don't know if this was a bad idea to come to the UK in March to do deepwater soloing. The climbing looks really cool, but the water is like 6 degrees and it's really cold outside. I wish it was a bit warmer. But I think it's gonna be fun regardless. It's been a while since I did deepwater soloing. I think it's right over there. It's really slippery though, watch out. I hope the rock is not as slippery as this, because then it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be more fun to watch though, because I'm more likely to fall in. This is the 7A route, right here. It looks a little bit wet though. You can see the first part of the rock is like really black. The one I'm gonna try is Freeborn Direct. It's an E4, so the E stands for how dangerous it is. E4 is like in the middle somewhere. 6A stands for the hardest move on the climb. And then 7A is the sport grade. I think there's a reason why there's no one else at the crag today. I think the water is a little bit too cold. I haven't felt the water yet. But now I'm gonna rappel down, because that's the only way to get down to the start of the route. And then try to climb my way up it. But it's only a 7A, right? How hard can it be? And another thing that people have been asking about deepwater soloing is, what do you do to your chalk bag? How do you keep your chalk bag dry? And of course you don't keep your chalk bag dry. You just bring a lot of chalk bags. Basically today I have 3 attempts to do everything. Starting with this 7A. It's a little slippery here. Woo! Okay, I'm doing it. I don't know if you guys noticed, but my climbing style is completely different when it comes to this sort of stuff. You need to be very controlled in your movements. Why am I doing this? It's such a bad idea, you know? I feel like I did a lot of this stuff when I was younger. Don't know why I'm still doing it. Okay, here comes the crux. Woo! That's pretty scary actually. You have to trust some pretty bad footholds. I just have to focus on the slab. Oh, that's fun. Woo. Hell yeah. Now, the crux was the only thing that was like I definitely don't want to fall. You have to trust your feet a little bit, and everything is like kind of damp, and that's usually how it is with deep water soloing. So I was a little bit nervous there, and you're kind of high up too, like 18-meter route. That's I prefer like the between 12 and 15, but it was okay though. The top is actually pretty easy, the slab part, so there's no chance that I would fall there. All right, let's move on to something harder then, something way harder. So the next destination is gonna be a lot harder. There's an 8A called Adrenochrome or something, and then there's an 8A Plus next to it. I think 8A Plus is probably the hardest I've ever climbed on deep water solo. Maybe 8B, I'm not sure. I think you're about to witness some falls in the Atlantic Ocean. Harder to get down to than we thought. Like, you have to rappel into it, and to get everyone down there was just a nightmare. So I think we're gonna end it today. It's getting dark, so we're gonna come back tomorrow instead and do like a real session, because there's so many routes we want to try. We had like 2 hours of daylight, so I think it makes more sense to just come back tomorrow. It's a new day, and it's been on and off the weather. Like just a minute ago it was pouring down, raining, and now it's sunny, and we made our way out here, and it's a little bit difficult to get out here, especially when it's wet and it's raining. So now I feel like I have to climb it, but the waves are really high, so I'm not sure if I fall in. Like, the waves are usually not a problem, but I'm a little bit concerned because the water is so cold. So if I struggle to get up, I think that it could potentially be a little bit dangerous. So I think also the route is like, no one's climbed it so far this year. I mean, it's March, so I might just go down and check out the holds. So I have sort of a plan, chalk up the holds, because it's impossible to see where you're gonna go. And hey, now it starts raining again, actually. Oh man, the waves are crazy. So I guess you go up here and then into here. Jesus. The waves are just getting worse and worse. Okay, climbing. I'm not sure yet, like, where the route goes exactly. There's so many bolted lines there. It's a little bit confusing. I don't know, I would probably give it like a 50. If I were to try now, I would give it a 50-50 chance of actually doing it. But I don't, yeah, I think that falling into this water is just not safe. I really want to do it, especially when the video. So look at that wave coming in. This is like you could surf these waves. It's like normally they recommend people to have one person in the water or ready by the water to save you, and both cameras would be like tied to a rope. So, and the thing is, if you can't get out of this water, you're not going to last very long in like 6 degrees water. So I don't know, I'm not sure if I'm just being a pussy or if it's just not responsible. I don't know the water so well, but to me it just doesn't seem safe. And I think this is the first time where I've just like decided not to do something because it doesn't feel safe. So yeah, but it's definitely somewhere I want to come back to. I mean, I say that, well, it's pouring down in my face, but it's definitely somewhere I want to come back to when it's a little bit warmer out, a little bit nicer. I think this is something to be continued because this is the most beautiful deepwater solo route I think I've ever tried.
A little bit warmer now than last time we were here. It looks so different in this weather, so like less intimidating than last time we were here. And you can see the water is also higher than it was last time, but I think tonight is going to be lower. So I don't know, I kind of want to just get an attempt in before the water goes down, because obviously when the water goes down, the fall is going to increase. It's always like, now it's early in the morning and it's always a little bit like getting into that water, especially in the morning. The water just feels colder, so I'm dreading that. Or if I have to go, we don't know if I have to go into the water. I just have the feeling that I will fall in at least once. What do you guys think? Comment below, like no YouTuber has ever said before. So beautiful here. I mean, look at the flowers and everything. This reminds me more of like south of France than the UK, to be honest. Wow. I mean, it's just amazing. Seeing it in this weather, it looks so different. What a beautiful place. I don't encourage anyone else doing this like I'm doing it. It's kind of dangerous. This is probably way more dangerous than the deepwater solo, to be honest. All right, made it. I'm gonna try the 10 first. That's a 7A. Horny Little Devil. Funny name. And then Adrenochrome after that. That's the main thing. Looks like it's traversing quite a bit. 7A is not too high, but it's just good to get started, to kind of get the blood pumping and get ready. I'm just gonna try the warm up on the 7A. I need to traverse around you.
Very exciting to watch.
Yeah.
When I jumped off earlier in the day, I hit the bottom for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
And that was here?
Yeah, just like that. At the top of that.
Ah, okay. Oh, that's interesting. That's good to know, actually. a little bit slimy today. Woo. Some water here coming out, I think. It's a little bit slimy at the beginning. It feels very humid right now. Hopefully it gets better for the 8A. But it's a little bit sketchy if you fall here. Then you would first fall onto that ledge. Okay. The 7A felt okay, but it did feel a little bit wet. I don't know, a little bit slimy in the start. I don't know if that's how it always feels, but now I'm going to try the 8A. I went through it with a rope last time I was here, and I've watched some videos, so I think I know more or less what to do. I'm going to give it everything I got. It's not going to be a flash because I already tried it on a top rope, but it's the first attempt, first real attempt. Oh, I'm a little bit nervous about just the cold water, the height, the difficulty, everything. There's so many more elements in deep water soloing than normal climbing. Like the first climb of the day is a little bit hard, and then once you take a fall, it feels good. So I think I just have to take that fall once, or preferably I'll just do it now, but I might have to just take that fall once and then it'll be okay. This is kind of dumb, but the GoPro, I'm afraid of losing it if I don't tape it to my face. It looks really stupid, but it's all for you guys to see how it looks like first person. Even just the approach to get to the climb is a little bit sketchy. It's, I think the rock is a little bit loose here. It's a nice spot, it looks hard. I think this is where the crux is. It's all about not being too hesitant, but just going for something. That's the jig. Oh, that's a really bad hold.
Oh god.
That was the crux where I fell now. From the video I've watched, it looks like two crimpers going to that pinch. This is the crux. And also after that, it looks pretty hard actually. It continues for quite a while. But I don't know, it's just taking that first fall. Now I feel so much more relaxed. I know that the fall is good and I didn't touch the bottom or anything. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit now and then do another attempt. I don't know, I feel like I committed for it, but it's always with deepwater solos, especially when you haven't tried it before. I feel like it's a little bit half-hearted. I feel like I wouldn't climb it the same way I would climb with a rope, like go full out. Here I want to kind of control it a little bit, because if you get too much of a swing in the fall, you could potentially land weird in the water. In the beginning, I'm gonna have way more dialed, so I'm gonna be able to speed through the beginning even more. I felt like that was pretty good now, but I can go even faster through it. And then hopefully the top is all right. There's no surprises at the top.
That was nice. I feel like I cruised it that time too. There was like 0% chance I was gonna fall that time. Like I was so in control the whole way. Knew what to do, like so different this time. That was really enjoyable though. It's the most fun I've had making a video in such a long time, even though I had to go back to England 2 times. The seagull agrees.
I want you.